Coming up on Maryland Newsline, I'll take you inside an early voting location.
Coming up on Maryland Newsline, I'll tell you why the FBI is keeping an eye on animal abuse cases.
And I'll show you how one local artist is taking our most common breakfast food and turning it into something special. I'm Gio Insignares, and Maryland Newsline starts now.
Maryland matters. That's what candidates and pundits are saying less than 2 weeks away from the state's primary election. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Munoz, and this is Maryland Newsline.
And I'm Gio Insignares. In the past, Maryland's late primary often just didn't count. But this year's competitive and controversial campaigns have changed that. CNS TV's Peter Eliopoulos is live in Annapolis, where early voting is already underway. Peter?
Thanks, Gio. People have been filing into this early voting location in Annapolis all day. After once being considered an afterthought, Maryland is now at the center of attention.
This year, Maryland is in a position to be a real player in the presidential primary. It's unusual because the primary is so late in cycle. Maryland residents are being urged to just get out and do it.
As of 6 o'clock this evening, there were 33,000 people across the state that voted early. Live in Annapolis, I'm Peter Eliopoulos, CNS TV. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Peter. With the Fight for 15 movement sweeping the nation, D.C. could be the next place to adopt a $15 minimum wage. The wage increase is already headed for California and New York. Mayor Muriel Bowser says she plans to raise the district's minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2020. Right now, the minimum wage is $10.50 in D.C., and that rises to $11.50 in July. Mayor Bowser proposed legislation is different than the ballot initiative to raise the minimum wage to $15. But both are calling for the same goal.
Maryland employers who have paid workers with disabilities below minimum wage in the past may have to change that. Legislation was recently signed into law by Governor Hogan, and CNS TV's Jesse Karangu is live in the newsroom with more. Jesse?
Thanks, Gio. It's a practice that goes back to the 1930s, but in the past couple of weeks, Maryland's legislature has voted to pass new laws tailored for the 21st century.
Debate over the sub-minimum wage for workers with disabilities has been brewing for years. The median earnings of a worker without a disability during the same period, over $40,000.
In a speech 2 weeks ago, Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton expressed support towards advocates who supported this bill and called for it to be enacted nationwide. Live in the newsroom, I'm Jessica Rangu, CNS TV. Now, back to you, Jen.
Thanks, Jesse. More than 100 passengers stuck for an hour today on a metro train. The train stopped working 100 feet from the Roslyn Station platform just after 2 p.m. today.
When you think of body art, you might think of carnivals, tattoos, or kids' parties. But CNS TV's Ariel Magashi introduces us to an Anne Arundel County artist who uses it to make a difference, one brushstroke at a time.
I never know what the outcome's going to be until the very end.
In Annapolis, Ariel Magashi, CNS TV.
To learn more about Crystalline and healing through body art, visit her website at www.crystallunis.com.
There's just a hint of spring that we've all been waiting for. CNS TV's Tyler Boyle has a forecast to make you smile. Tyler?
Thanks, Jen. Spring is really in the air today. Oh man, if you were outside walking around, you may have noticed that it was beautiful, and tonight won't be that bad. We'll drop down to around 39 degrees. It'll be clear and calm, so not too bad. And for the weekend, it might be a good idea to have the sunscreen ready. We're going to be sunny all throughout the weekend. We'll start off Friday, we'll go up to around 63 degrees. We'll drop down to 40 that night. For Saturday, we'll be even warmer. We'll go up to around 66 degrees, and we'll drop down to 43 that night. And on Sunday, we'll go up to around 69, the warmest of them all, and back to 48 later that night. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Tyler. Coming up, did you think the Zika virus was going away? We'll think again. An update from the CDC after the break.
Plus, is animal abuse a problem in your neighborhood? Next, an in-depth report on an FBI is cracking down on crimes against animals. Welcome back to Maryland Newsline.
We've all seen the stories. Dogs found with their mouths sealed with duct tape, cats set on fire, and other unimaginable horrors.
Now, the FBI is tracking animal cruelty in a whole new way. CNS TV's Aline Abrahamian is live in the newsroom with the story. Aline?
Thanks, guys. Every dog has its day, and although animal advocates are celebrating the fact that the FBI is now counting animal abuse as a felony crime, there's another development in the works. The FBI has its eyes on animal abusers. Earlier this year, the agency officially started to track animal abuse cases because of their link to other crimes, including domestic violence. To report a case of animal cruelty, the Maryland SPCA urges you to call 911 or animal control at 311. Live in the newsroom, I'm Aline Abrahamian. Back to you, Gio.
Thanks, Aline. The CDC confirmation on Zika causing birth defects comes with new recommendations from the University of Maryland. UMD entomologist Mike Raup says repellent-infused clothing can help keep the disease-bearing mosquitoes away. The repellent in the clothes can last anywhere from 20 to 70 washes. Raup also recommends using other repellents in addition to the clothes. 40 states, including Maryland, have been affected by the virus.
A Glen Burnie student has turned an essay assignment into a call to get rid of African Americans. North County High School Principal Julie Kerr sent the outraged school community a letter saying the essay was ill-advised and insensitive. The school system says it hasn't decided how to discipline the student yet. The essay has been posted and shared on social media.
And from one form of expression to another, I found an artist who takes one of our most common breakfast food, eggs, and scrambles them into something special.
For Wendy Ng, she just had to do it herself.
Every single one, I would say, I can do better than that.
A trip that's come full circle and left a lasting impression.
Ng uses a variety of eggs, chicken, quail, duck, even turkey, and she hopes to spend more time working on her artistic goals throughout the summer.
Coming up on Maryland Newsline, they're calling it Mamba Day. We'll hear why next.
And the Golden State Warriors are truly golden. We'll show you why. Stay with us. Welcome back to Maryland Newsline. We've got some record breakers in sports tonight.
CNS TV's Josh Rogers has the latest. Josh?
That's right, guys, and well, where to start? How about with Mamba Day? Kobe Bryant's 20-year career came to a close last night at the Staples Center against the Utah Jazz. Before the game, Kobe giving the Lakers faithful one last farewell, but no one anticipated what would happen next. There he is, Kobe, greeting the crowd one last time and picked this one up midway through the first. Elevates for the swat, and oh, we can get out in transition too. Look at him go. Feeling 20 again, goes to his left, floats on the baseline, hits a tough jumper. Pick this one up again in the third quarter now. Kobe going right, and vintage Kobe here coming back to his left. Another tough jumper in the lane. That one rattles home. Lakers still down big though, but don't worry. Kobe coming down in transition, picks up the 3 ball and nails it. Lakers down 9.5 to go, and the comeback is on, and the man who spent 20 years in his whole career in LA hits a mid-range jumper. Lakers up 1, 30 seconds to go. They hold on for the 101-96 win. Kobe finishes with 60, the 5th highest scoring total of his career on the last night of his career. And take a look at this. Kobe on his left there, on your left there, in his rookie year, and headshot from his current year on the right. Only a little bit more hair. That's about the only difference, right? It was an emotional farewell for the all-time great, and we will all miss the Mamba. And while Kobe had his fairy tale ending, the Golden State Warriors were making their own history, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies with a chance to get their 73rd win and break the 95-96 Chicago Bulls single-season wins record. Steph Curry coming around the screen, hitting a 3. Yeah, we're used to seeing that. Warriors up big early, and this one was out of hand early. Going to the cup, getting the 2. Look at this finger roll again. Closes his eyes when the contact comes. Doesn't matter. Goes in the cup. Warriors win 125-104. They break the NBA wins record for a single season. And from the cream of the NBA crop to the worst the MLB has to offer. The Washington Nationals taking on the winless Atlanta Braves, led by 7 scoreless from Tanner Roark on the mound. And here's a homer that barely gets over the wall. And then you'll see another one coming up here from Jason Worth. This one not so much in doubt. Left center field. Nats win 3-1. Washington's Major League Baseball team drops Atlanta to a woeful 0-8, and they improved to 6-1 on the season. And from the Beltway to Boston, the Orioles visited Fenway last night, trying to keep their perfect start intact. Crush Davis two-run bomb had the O's feeling good. Opposite field over the Green Monster. That's the top half of the third, but bottom half of the third, Xander Bogaerts doubled down the line, and that tied the game at 2. Red Sox would not look back after that one. 4-2, they beat the Orioles, handing Baltimore its first loss of the season. And now, time for the best and last version of your 3 quickies this spring. Number 3, Warriors head coach Steve Kerr, member of the 95-96 Bulls, broke his own record last night with the Warriors' 73rd win. How's that for irony? Kerr said he was shocked and never thought the record could be broken. Number 2, 4 years ago, the Rams traded away the 2nd overall pick in 2012 in the 2012 NFL Draft to the Redskins. Today, a little role reversal as the now Los Angeles Rams gave up a total of 6 draft picks to acquire the first pick in this year's draft from the Tennessee Titans. And number 1, it's been on everyone's mind since last night. What's more historically significant, Kobe's 60-point performance in his final game or the Warriors' record-breaking win? Well, I've got only one word for you, and that is Kobe. Back to you on the desk. I fell short. Kobe didn't last night.
Thanks, Josh. I want to say you got nothing but net on that one. It's pretty bad. Coming up on our final check-in with Bebe, we've got the live update on our favorite furry friend when we come back.
Plus, you get invited to the White House if you win the NCAA tournament. What else gets you into the president's house? Find out next. We were going to show you some panda, Bebe, but he's having a little panda timeout, so...
So we're going to take this time. We're going to wish him an early birthday because it is our last show. So happy birthday, Bebe, and we'll see you in the fall.
We will. That's Maryland Newsline for tonight. You can find out more about our stories presented here by going onto our website, cnsmaryland.org. I'm Jennifer Munoz. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Gio Insignares. Don't forget to check out our CNS Facebook page and YouTube as well. You can find us at Maryland Capital News Service. Our semester is wrapping up tonight, but you can catch the best of Maryland Newsline and Maryland Newsline on the sidelines right here. Have a great one.